Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and here I introduce you to my cheetah inspired makeup tutorial for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and without further ado, let's begin. So the first thing that I did was apply an eye base to my eyes to just make sure that the shadows last the whole day. And I used the Too Faced eye primer that came with the Stardust palette, and I just blended out with the 3D HD Kabuki brush by Sigma. To make this video a little shorter, I also already applied my foundation, and I did one eyebrow. On the other eyebrow, I left it blank. So then I grabbed my Stardust palette, and with the color Double Tap, I applied these with my 224 brush right on my crease, because this is going to be my transition shade. And also, I just didn't want to do too much to my eyes because it's going to be more of a dramatic cat eye than anything else. So the liner is going to take over any shadow that you put on. So yeah, I just wanted to do at least something to the eyes. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. And then I grabbed the color Chendelier, and I use these to apply right underneath my brow bone to just highlight that area and just make it pop. And I use the brush 221 by Motivas Cosmetics, and this is just gonna help me really concentrate that color there. And then what I did is I blended out with a 224 brush. I went back to that brush to just blend the colors out and avoid any harsh lines. And then I used the Shadow Golden Nugget with the same brush I used for my highlight underneath my brow bone, the same brush from Motivas, right to apply the shadow on my lid and in the inner corner. Really concentrated that shade there. And as you guys can see, I'm just doing dabbing motions to my eye because this will avoid any fallouts underneath my eye. So it's time for the liner, and for this step I am using the Tarte brush that comes with the Tarte gel liner. I am using the Little Black Dress gel liner, but the Tarte is also very nice and it comes with a brush, so it's 2 for 1, and I really like the brush. It's very convenient, and I just love it so much that I, even though the other side of the brush came out, I still used this one because it really helps me create just like the perfect liner, and it's just fill in any spots. So yeah, it's perfect. So there you go. If you want to see a tutorial, a more detailed tutorial on the liner, I do have one in my channel, so go ahead and check that out. I provide you with some tips and tricks to help you at home create the perfect liner. And for this step, I actually forgot that I had a camera in front of me. So I don't know, I was looking so much down, but it was actually very hard to film, especially because I was doing it on my own. So what you just have to do is connect the liner to one corner to the inner corner, and just you make sure you extend that inner corner liner to make like a little tip and wing. And then what you want to do is grab a black pencil and fill in your waterline. And then after you fill in your waterline, you just want to go ahead and grab a little bit of eyeshadow. I grabbed the Double Tap eyeshadow, and I'm just blending the edges from the waterline to just create that smoked effect. And then we want to go ahead and contour your nose. So this is the time when you want to practice contouring, because if you mess up, that's okay. If you put too much eyeshadow, that's okay, because that's the whole point. You need to put a good amount of eyeshadow for this step and really create the contour wide on your nose, so really far apart from the center to kind of on the sides of the nose to create that wide effect nose. And then you want to grab a little bit more of a darker shadow and really concentrate it right by the eyebrow to create the effect of a wide nose. That was the whole point of this contour, because when you see the cheetah picture, you can see that it has kind of like a wide nose. And then you just want to blend the edges and bring it down a bit. Then you want to curl your lashes and then apply a little bit of mascara and then your falsies. You can go all out with your faux lashes because it's Halloween. And then I put a little bit of the Golden Nugget eyeshadow in my lower lash line. And then with a little bit of the excess of the blending brush that I was using, which this blending brush, it came with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette. So it's just like a regular blending brush. It will do the job. And I dragged this shade right into the inner corner because I wanted to create a little bit more definition there. And then I contoured the other side of my nose, dragging the color right to my brow bone, and I accentuated a little bit more with a darker shade. And yeah, so it created the effect of a wider nose, which I was looking for, because if you see a cheetah, they have more of a wider nose. And make sure you blend the shade down with a blending brush to create a less defined line and a more natural effect. And then I apply a little bit of concealer underneath my eye. And yeah, so unfortunately I thought this was going to be white enough because I wanted something more whiter, but it wasn't. So I decided to put a little bit of face paint on my face to just make the other side more, I guess, believable or more realistic. And so then I apply a little bit of the Bene face paint in white right underneath my eye. And then I'm going to create a half of heart shape from the nose down and a line from the mouth down. And this is actually where the mustache is going to go, but I was going for a more like a 3D effect, like to make it a little bit more realistic. That's why I was going more for the heavy paint, the white paint. So yeah, so now you just fill in that spot, and then I'm going to put a little bit down the bridge of my nose to really accentuate the contour of my nose. And then I'm going to grab my 3D HD Kabuki brush by Sigma to blend everything out and avoid any lines on the skin. And then I grab a little bit of the Millennial shadow and place it a little bit on my nose to create that pinky nose effect. And then I'm just gonna start drawing that black nose with the same brush that I use for my gel liner. And first I'm drawing the nose, and then I'm gonna fill it in with the shadow Sin City from the same palette. And here I'm just using a flat brush and I'm just filling it in and just making sure the nose is very black, even a little bit on the inside of my nose. And then I'm just dragging the shadow right to my mouth. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of the gel liner to define more that line from the nose to the mouth. And then I'm just going to really fill in any other spots that I have left on the nose to really make it a little bit more sharp. Then I'm going to start drawing the mustache, and this is going to go from the mouth out. Just making little dots, you know, they don't have to be perfect. That's the whole point of Halloween, guys. You don't have to be perfect. So if you make mistakes, it actually looks better than being so perfectionist, especially doing a special effects makeup and 3D makeup, or when you're trying to do something 3D, the more mistakes that you make, the better. So I didn't want to get too technical with this look, something more simple so you can just recreate it home. And then I'm just going to put a lot of bronzer on my skin, and you really want to contour those cheekbones and really at the top of your forehead, because you really want to make that cheetah look bronzed. And that's going to accentuate more that white paint that we put on. And then what we want to do is just create an even spots on the skin. So you guys can see I'm doing them really fast. Like I'm not even fast forward the video. And like I said before, I didn't want to get too technical with this look because I want you to be able to recreate it. So I was doing them fast and uneven. And they don't have to be even because the cheetah spots are not even even. So just do spots all around with any brush, like a pointy brush, or like the same brush that comes with the kits for face paint. You can do it with one of those, or yeah, just buy like a simple brush and just draw like an even spots all over your face. Little ones and big ones, little ones and big ones. And then with a flat brush and a little bit of black eyeshadow, I wanted to create more definition right in the inner corner because the Cheetah has that spot very defined. So I just wanted to create a little bit more depth there. And then what I did is I grabbed the color Golden Nugget again, that golden shade, and apply it right on top of all the spots to give it that cool effect and glittery and fun at the same time. And then I put a little bit of black shadow more on my eyebrows to give it more of that wolf, I guess, woofy effect, or like more of a hairy effect. And then let's move on to the lips. I'm using Nightmonth lip pencil and I'm gonna put these all over my lips. And then I decided that I wanted to put a little bit more darkness to the lips, so I added a black pencil to the corners to just create like an ombre effect. And then I grabbed a little bit of black pencil and just shaded out the spots to make them a little bit more realistic and give them a little bit of a 3D effect. So we have come to an end. This is basically the end of the look. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I hope you guys are able to recreate this home. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it, and leave some comments below to let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you on my next tutorial. Bye!